size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well, lamb shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go from Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Starr Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, lamb shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
This is Starr Radio UK,
the best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie, and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is UK. Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London on these morning, the Thursday morning, the 6th of June, the year 2024, on the eve or the celebrations of the D-Day landing, the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings, where the whole world is, let me put it that way, congregated in France, where yes, the Normandy landing is celebrated, or commemoration is taking place there. So we will also do our best and our part here to bring you everything that you need to know, do or know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. As I say it all the time, if it's making the headlines, I promise you one thing for sure, but that be rest assured, we will touch on that. So on that note, let me say a massive good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. To my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, massive good morning to you, and a special good morning also goes to Anthony Adedeji Aziz, Bishop Adeshina, massive good morning to you all. A special good morning also goes to the one and only, somebody say, and still, yes, Sir Moses, wherever you are, good morning to you. And to as many of you who have tuned in this morning, Minister or Reverend Jojo Emmanuel, yes, good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well. As we did say, more grace, more grace, more grace, so that we'll be able to do the work that has been God has put on our hearts, right? Good. So wherever you are this morning, do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones, and invite them to like our pages as well. From now till 12 o'clock, I'm going to be a captain. I'm going to bring you everything that you need to know, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar. I say it all the time, it's making the headlines. Be rest assured that I'm going to be touching on it. So, you know what? Gear up, buckle up. If you are standing, hold on to something. At times that get bumpy, but be rest assured, with me in the helm, yes, you're going to be arriving at your destination in peace, not pieces. Of course, I remain your one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
All right then. So now let's crack on. By what program outline, I'm going to bring you the code for the day. The weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update as well. We'll move from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as Global Trotting. Then we'll move on from there. Exactly after that, we'll be moving you to the details of all the stories that is making the rounds. But like I said, we'll try to capture events happening in France and lessons that have been learned from there, because they keep on saying that, oh, never again. But 80 years ago, when they were saying never again, do we see any peace? Now we see the threat of war in our localities and everywhere, and you ask yourself, when will all this stop? So from now to quarter to 12, where I open the lines for you to also hop in to also, if you want to dial in. I saw somebody dialing in earlier on, which we could not allow the person on at that time. You're not allowed to be calling in at that time. However, if you want to know more, keep your dial still logged on Star Radio UK. Because exactly at the quarter to 12, the lines will be open for you to add your voice to the discussions. You can Skype at us. Our Skype ID is Star Radio UK 1, or you can call us on 0208-133-2257, and we'll be able to pick it up and then have a chat. All right then. And then but you can post your comments on our Facebook page and on all the platforms that we are broadcasting on, and I promise you one thing for sure, that I will touch on them. But for now, let's kick it off by telling you what the quote for the day is. The quote for the day says, what happened to my voice? Success and failure are by choice, no matter how you see it. Success and failure are by choice, no matter how you see it. So at times you have some inkling or some voice, some gentle small voice telling you, go to the left, and have another thing, go to the I think if you go to the left and something bad happened, you did it, right? You made a choice. So it's all choices that we make, no matter how we see it. There are choices. That there are some things that you will try to avoid it, but it might come your way, you know. All right then, Star Radio UK. So now let's move on. At 10:54, that is by way of the quote for the day. Let me tell you what is happening on the weather front this morning here in London as well. It's been quite some kind of weather. As the musicians they say, some wavy. The weather becomes some wavy. But let me tell you more about it. It looks like London and the southeastern part of England is going to have a nice weather. But for the whole of the UK, this afternoon we'll continue to see a mixture of sunny spells, patchy cloud, and well-scattered showers developing. The best chance of these in the north, where it will be breezy and remaining cool. Turning dry and clear for most to start tonight, but with showers still lingering in the northwest. Later, a band of showery rain will push southeastwards as well over Scotland and Northern Ireland. Okay, but let's come to London, and let me tell you, London and the southeastern part of England, let me tell you what is going to happen there. Now, this afternoon will continue to be variably cloudy with a risk of a few isolated light showers. Now, this will tend to ease through the evening. Now, tonight will start dry with a mix of clear spells and some patches of cloud. However, skies are expected to turn clear through the early hours. A cooler night with light winds as well. Top temperature is going to be 18 degrees. The lowest is going to be 9 degrees. Pollen level is going to be high. UV level moderate. Pollution low. Sunset 21:14, and sunrise for tomorrow morning 04:45 hours. And that brings us to the end of the weather forecast. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And let me take you straight to the travels as well. As we say here on this platform, keep your eyes on the roads, as we keep it navigated, our promise, our bond. So what is happening on the travel this morning? The Elizabeth line, those of you using the underground, has got minor delays. Whitechapel, between Whitechapel and Sheffield, due to an earlier network rail track fault at Ilford. Now, good service on the rest of the line though. Now, Hammersmith and City lines are also experiencing minor delays between Edgware Road and Hammersmith, while they fix a faulty train at Goldhawk Road. A good service on the rest of the line. That aside, all the other underground lines are running a good service. London Overground, DLR, London Tramlink, or in good service. To the major roads in London, this is what is happening there. A24, A316, A4, A40, Central London Red Routes, and North Circular A406 are experiencing serious delays. Also, South Circular A205 is experiencing serious delays. That aside, the others have got no exceptional delays, so you can zoom through it. But check before you leave if you are traveling on via any of those routes. Now, the River Bus is running a good service throughout. The London Cable Car shortly a good service throughout, and that brings us straight to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. And what have I got news for you on the National Rail? Yes. Now, cross country, First Transparent Express, Greater Anglia, Northern Rail, Southwestern Railway are experiencing minor delays. However, ScotRail is providing special service, so please check before you leave. That aside, all the others are running a good service there, and that is where I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today, but you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. Let's take a commercial break, and once we come back, we will be bringing you or taking you onto the global trotting. Stay tuned and don't you go away.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Well, this is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Before we continue, let me bring you some commercials there as well. That was JN Mobile Spa for you. So if you are traveling to Ghana any of these days, just make sure you contact them. If you need massage to distress, rejuvenating, sensual, healing therapy, or when it comes to your facials, exfoliating, firming, and lifting, they are there for you. Just call them on 0244941002 or 0200606 Yes, or if you want to write them, post a letter, write a letter to them. Yeah, it's P.O. Box 6152, Cantonment. Your health and beauty needs at your doorsteps. That is JN Mobile Spa. Now, the other one is the Lady to Lady Conference. You are invited to our 15th Annual Women's Conference 2024, themed Clothed in Grace. Event takes place on Saturday, the 15th of June. Doors open at 10 a.m. And the venue is Fairfield Theatres Concert Hall, Croydon. The postcode is CR9 1DG. Now, for further information, you can scan the QR code on the broadcast or go to www.ladytoladyglobal.org and they will get in touch with you. Okay, now to the final announcement, and then we move on to take you global trotting. Faith Revival Assembly presents Free to Worship, Reverend Bruce Gatti, or aka Uncle Atu, and Minister Ken and Cheshire. They also ministering there. Also ministering FRA Choir, the FRA Choir, Glorious Temple Choir Resurrection, and Living Bread International Ministries. And the event takes place on the 22nd of June from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then the 23rd of June, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event takes place at Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road in Croydon. The postcode is CR02EA. And the event is being hosted by Reverend and Lady Reverend Annan. So make a date with them. Book it in your diaries. Just a couple of weeks away. One is a week away and the other one is a couple of weeks away. So make sure you hop in there. But listeners, this is Star Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, with the time now exactly at 3 minutes past the top of the hour. And let's go global trotting. What have I got news for you? Yes, sir. Now, in stories making the rounds this morning, starting off from where we normally would do, from Niger. Kaduna Assembly probe scandalous. El Rufai is saying NDIC verifies 2.3 million Heritage Bank depositors to receive payouts. Okay, that's a good one there. Binance, due process applied in trial, says a minister. And Senate approves 300% salary increase for judges, judiciary officials. 300%. Now, so if the labor is looking at it and think, what are you giving us? They'll say, okay, you whatever pittance that you're giving us, we also need about 300% there as well. But what would that bring it to? Well. Now, despite Tinubu's pronouncement, Nigeria government spent 3.6 trillion on subsidy in 2023. Then Atiku slammed Tinubu for publicly halting fuel subsidy but making secret payments on it. So where were the subsidies going to? And Obasanjo has advised Nigerian governors to focus more on food security. Federal government releases approved lyrics for reintroduced national anthem. Well, they seem to be going on with it. But the question is, are people now concerned about national anthem or being patriotic or what? Is it the time for that when people are hungry? Well, who knows? Maybe they'll whip them in line. But let me know how or what you think about that. El Rufai said they left behind estates, malls for their children, but debt for poor masses. Sheikh Husani, that's what Sheikh Husani is saying pertaining to El Rufai. So we're going to be telling you more about all that when it comes to Niger. In other parts of Africa as well, these are some of the stories making the round. Russia top diplomat promises more military support for Burkina Faso. Sergei Lavrov spoke at a news conference in the country's capital, Ouagadougou, while on the third leg of his latest Africa trip after Guinea. Now, they have a war that they are fighting at the moment, where they are fighting Ukraine. They need all the forces there. So where are they going to get the forces to, bring them, or bring them your way so that they can help you to fight when they are trying to force their people to, go and recruit to be part of their force? But people will not think about that. I'm not against that. If they have the people or they have the manpower to actually quash the insurrections or religious extremism or terrorism that is taking place in the Sub-Saharan or the Saharan region, why not? But let's see. They are promising what they don't have at the moment. Unless, of course, they are saying they're going to be giving them ammunitions, which they again need it in the battlefront of the Ukraine war. So what is that promise? Are they taking it with a pinch of salt, or they are taking, or maybe Russia has a plan of saying that, you know what, we're going to be stopping what we are doing, the war is going to end, and therefore we have to make sure we plan everything. Well, he went on further to wrap up his Africa tour working visit in Chad. Russia's foreign minister wrapped his African tour in Chad on Wednesday, and security cooperation and development were high on the agenda. And Egypt and Cypriot foreign minister renewed calls for Gaza. It's one of the stories making the round. South Africa's ANC talks with 5 parties over possible coalition. Who are they going to go into coalition with, and what would be their demands? Ladies and gentlemen, it is Star Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And tornadoes claim 11 lives in South Africa's second most populous province. Oh boy. Okay. But let me take the opportunity to say good morning to, by this time it's afternoon there, to Mr. Ebenezer Hammond, all the way in South Africa, Cape Town to be specific. Boy, hope you are doing well. Now, when it comes to Ghana as well, Jane Mensah moved Cerebral Kweku to head training department. Now, would that bring about any changes there at all? Or is it being torn in the chairperson's flesh? And that's why she's thinking, let's move him there where he will not have too much power. Go and be training people how to maybe see to elect using election materials and all the stuff. Okay. The ambulance trial court to rule on Atufor's Jakpa 4 applications today. We'll be following very, very closely and we'll let you know. And fire destroy properties at Nkrumah Circle Railways. Wow. Okay. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's see whether there are other stories there as well. Now, Bernard Mona and 4 others are petitioning Shraj to probe Cecilia Dapper. They are doing their best to probe, but, well, nothing seems to be coming out of it. But what do you think about all that? Okay. I bought a gun to protect myself against Hawa Kumsin. NDC Ewutu Senya is parliamentary candidate. Is as a saying. Why? Is how comes in a terrorist or what? Well, but somebody says she bought a gun. And is that gun registered? It's quite an interesting one. How we do things back in our homes. Back home. Wherever you might be. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Okay. In other stories making the rounds there as well, just moving on straight to other parts of the world. What have I got news for you? Well. This morning, Myanmar soldiers burned off tattoos and gave detainees urine to drink. That's what information that is coming in is saying. An Israel strike on UN school in Gaza kills at least 35 people. A hiker has been found pipe feeding China's tallest waterfall, and Putin wants Russia could provide weapons to strike West. What is he talking there? I'll be bringing you more about that. And Indian opposition looked down and out. Now they are back. Okay, so a lot more going to be coming your way. And Nvidia value surges past $3 trillion and overtakes Apple. That's a good one there. Is it a place where you can invest now? Let's look at all that. The French police have arrested a Russian-Ukrainian man on bomb-making charges. Those are some of the stories making the rounds. And Boeing launches long-delayed astronauts capsule. Yeah. We'll be telling you more about all that. This is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, today marking the D-Day, the day that the soldiers, Allied soldiers landed at Normandy, and that was the beginning of the end of the Second World War. They did not flinch in commemorates 80th anniversary of D-Day in Normandy. We'll be telling you more about that. They gave us our freedom. Veterans celebrated in Normandy. Now let us mark D-Day anniversary with veteran pledges. Now around 80 migrants, including children, rescued from Channel. Now what is the way forward for them? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. A Scottish Tory leader, Douglas Ross, to stand in election. They are all saying, I'm not going to. The next moment they say, I am going to. Well, he's saying that, you know what? I'm going to be standing. And Green Party outlines NHS plans as Douglas Ross says he'll stand at election. Man found guilty of headbutting Roy Keane. Oh, gosh. Boy, oh, boy. Well, we're going to be telling you more about all that as the program unfolds. But this one also going to be coming your way wherever you are this morning. Don't touch the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is the Thursday edition of the morning show. Let's enjoy this too from Ejebia and Finidi says a cover version of a Hannah Marvel song. It says Papa Mo Bonnie Mo. In good times and in bad times as well. Just enjoy the tune, and I will be with you.
Papemo, ponimo, pinyamane wo. Papemo, ponimo, mitawa sia prepia. Papemo, ponimo, pinyamane wo. Papemo, ponimo, mitawa sia prepia. Yewa mere muyeti, yewa mere muyeti. Sika to me bow, oh yeah to me bow, oh how to me bow, I'm a near to me bow. That's when you know,
This is Starr Radio UK.
Midawa sia prepia, papemo ponimo, minyame wo, papemo ponimo, midawa sia prepia, semiko amanemo, amani chicha telefone, semiko ohiemwa, wana uhlume mopo, amasahini burade, opoponi nankopone. For your way,
This is Starr Radio UK. This is Starr Radio UK.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Starr Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say Orta, you say fire.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Yes, as I did say, exactly at 12 o'clock, the curtains will be brought down for the end of the program. So wherever you are, if you are joining us, listening to us from any part of the world, welcome on board the Starr Radio UK morning show flight. Yes, to the place or destination of the known, making sure that everything that is making the rounds this morning, we are bringing it to the fore. Okay, so what have I got for you? Starting off from Nigeria, where we kicked off from. Now, okay, let's take a quick commercial break, and once we come back, we will do that. Just bear with me.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'm bringing the time now to 17 minutes past the top of the hour. Well, there is an issue going on. Erify, and we have reactions coming from left, right, center. One from Shehu Sani and one from others there as well. Yes. Okay. So let's kick off from there. Now the first story, they talk about the former Kaduna governor Nasir El-Rufai has dismissed the report by the Kaduna State House of Assembly as scandalous claims and malicious efforts to tarnish his reputation. His reaction was contained in a statement issued by his media advisor Muyiwa Adekeye and made available to newsmen on Wednesday night. He stated that he is proud of his record of governance and legacy in Kaduna and that the report's findings are predetermined and biased. He assured Nigerians that he served the state with integrity and complied with all extant laws during his tenure. El-Rufai's response comes after the Assembly's ad hoc committee indicted him for allegedly misappropriation of government funds and financial illegalities. Now, in reaction to that, we have Shehu Sani, who has been taking a swipe at various people. Former lawmaker Senator Shehu Sani has alleged that the past government under the Nasir El-Rufai left behind estates and malls for their children, while leaving behind a mountain of debt for the children of poor in Kaduna State. Now, the statement comes amid the adoption of a report by an ad hoc committee of the Kaduna State Assembly, a House of Assembly, demanding to probe his governance of the state from May 2015 to May 2023. Now, according to the report, most of the loans obtained under the El-Rufai's administration were not used for the purpose for which they were obtained. So, misappropriation there. While in some cases, the due process was not even followed in securing the loans. But the former governor responded insisting he led a government of integrity and competence during his 8-year administration. Now, El-Rufai said the report was a politically motivated hardship job, insisting he served with integrity. However, Sani, in a post on X handle today, said he did not know what serving with integrity means, meaning El-Rufai doesn't know that. He suggested that the next step is to ensure the recovery of the stolen money from the leeches and vouchers. The Kaduna Assembly had done a good job, I wish to congratulate them. The next step is to ensure the recovery of our stolen money from those leeches and vouchers. Kaduna State was simply plundered by fraudulent technocrats, thieving consultants, and contractors domiciled in Sekashim Ibrahim's house. Oh boy. Now, for anyone who will care to go through the published report, I don't know what serving with integrity means. Kaduna was a victim of two types of banditry, the one in our forests and the one in the government house. They left behind estates and malls for their children and left behind a mountain of debt for the children of the poor, Sani said. Now, if this does not warrant proper interrogation, and I don't know what this will be. But well, these are some of the stories making around this morning. And it's coming your way from Starr Radio UK at 11:21. Lots more going to be coming. Now, on his inaugural address, or during his inaugural address, the president made a statement that fuel subsidy is removed. However, information coming through indicates that though the president announced that 3.6 trillion naira was still used for subsidy. So what kind of subsidy was that? Where did it go to? Okay. Now, despite petrol subsidy removal, the Nigerian government said fuel subsidy is projected to reach 5.4 trillion by the end of 2024. This, it said, compares unfavorably with the 3.6 trillion in 2023. This is contained in a draft copy report of the Accelerated Stabilization and Advancement Plan, now presented to President Bola Tinubu by the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, on Wednesday. At current rates, expenditure on fuel subsidy is projected to reach 5.4 trillion by the end of 2024. This compares unfavorably with 3.6 trillion in 2023 and 2.0 trillion in 2022, the report said. Mr. Tinubu had in his inaugural address on the 29th of May 2023 announced the removal of the subsidy to lift a major financial burden off the back of government. Now, this development has caused hardship for many Nigerians, with its attendant increase in the prices of goods and services. Mr. Tinubu's announcement sparked the increase in fuel price from 197 naira between 480 to 570 naira. Now, which immediately triggered a rise in transportation fares and price of goods and services in the country. In July 2023, the petrol pump price was subsequently reviewed upward to 617 per litre at various outlets of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Now, in recent months, there have been speculations that the government had partly reintroduced petrol subsidy unannounced to keep the pump price at 617, given the continued fall in the value of the naira against the dollar and the price of crude oil in the international market. But the government had repeatedly denied it. On 6 October 2023, the national president of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan, Festus Osifo, insisted that Nigeria's government had restored the subsidy on petrol despite the official government policy of ending the subsidy regime. Mr. Osifo said, due to the cost of crude oil in the international market and the exchange rate, the government still pays subsidies on petrol. The government has to come clean. In reality, today, there is a subsidy because as of when the earlier price was determined, the price of crude in the international market was around less than $80 per barrel, but today it has moved to about $93 to $94 per barrel for Brent crude. So because it has moved, the price of petrol also needed to be moved, Mr. Osifo said. In its reaction at the time, NNPC Limited said Nigeria government has not resumed payment of the subsidy on petrol. No subsidy whatsoever. We are recovering our full cost from the products that we import. We sell to the market and we understand why the marketers are unable to import, Mr. Kyari told the State House. Correspondent after a meeting with president of the at the presidential valley in Abuja. Now, we hope that they do it very quickly, and these are some of the interventions the government is doing. There is no subsidy. Now, again in April, a former governor of the Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, said whether the government admits it or not, the landing cost of petrol shows that there is a form of subsidy being paid. Now, Nigeria's Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, in an interview recently, maintained that Mr. Tinubu's administration has scrapped subsidy on petrol. However, it looks like it's still going on. Let me say good morning to Mavis Okufu. May, I hope you are doing very, very well and work is good and the money is coming like no man's business, right? Yeah, we'll catch up later. Now, meanwhile, Mr. Bagudu insisted the Nigerian government is not paying subsidy on petrol. The International Monetary Fund, in a report published last month, said that the Nigerian government reintroduced petrol subsidy at the end of last year. Now, what you're doing is to better the lives of the people. Now, why are you not telling them the truth? That is a problem. When it comes to our politicians, you can come and justify why you've come back to now say, let me subsidize the thing, because looking at what is going on, if you don't subsidize, it will push things or inflation will keep on rising. However, nothing of the sort had been done because Nigerians are complaining of this hardship. Well, let's see what happened. Now, 11:27 the time. But the former vice president and presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has lambasted the president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration over what he describes as its lack of transparency and deceitful nature in handling the affairs of the country. Now, Atiku's criticism of the government came after ministers of finance and coordinating ministers of the economy, Wale Edun, admitted that Nigeria will be spending up to 5.4 trillion on oil subsidies in 2024. Something that he said, we've abandoned, we're not undertaking at all. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. That mission of secret subsidy payment, which took Nigerians by surprise, came after the government had consistently denied that it is still paying subsidy on petrol, following a declaration by Tinubu that the subsidy was gone in his inaugural speech on May 29, 2023. As we say, it's easier said than done. He thought, well, let's come in with all that ninja moves and then saying, well, this is what we're doing, whether you like it or not. Introduce it. People are crying, saying, no. Meanwhile, you've actually instated it, but in a cavalier manner. But well, has that bettered the life of Nigerians as a whole? But it is in your credit that, look, this is what I am backed on. However, looking at current or prevailing circumstances, I'm of the view that we need to turn or do a U-turn to get our economy back. But until the time that IMF came to say that this is what, and IMF is saying that they started it, they ended that what do they call them, subsidy remover last end of last year. So they started, so let's call it January. They were subsidizing it. And if it's subsidizing it, look at the pain or the struggles that Nigerians as a whole are going through. 11:29 the time, Starr Radio UK, the station, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, your one and only Archie. Now, to find our story from Nigeria, and then we'll move on to other parts of Africa and then come to before we open the lines at 11:45 and then bring the program to close at 12 o'clock. Now, through the National Orientation Agency, the federal government yesterday unveiled the approved version of the reintroduced national anthem. Now, do you think national anthems or national pledges make people or citizens patriotic? Or we should be able to carry citizens along our path that this is what we intend doing. Get them to understand our vision and then let's run with it. And when you are even asleep as leader, you know that, or you are no more, they will run with it. But when imposing things like that, I do ask myself the question, are we in a military regime or what? Well, the agency asks Nigerians to pay attention to the words in line 3 and 5 of the recalled national anthem. President Bola Tinubu signed into law the bill to revert the old national anthem during his visit to the National Assembly on May 29. Now, NOAA, when I say NOAA, I mean National Orientation Agency's Director General Lanre Isa Onilu, who unveiled the standardized version of the anthem in Abuja, explained that his action was to guarantee consistency in the lyrics. He said, today's event is to present the official version, which will clear all doubts about the correct lyrics as contained in the act signed by the president. We call the attention of Nigerians to line 3 of the first stanza, which reads, though tribes and tongues may differ, note that the word tribes and tongues are in plural. We want you all, so note that line 5 of the first stanza reads, Nigerians all are proud to serve. The word are, not, and is correct. According to him, the agency will soon call for entries for production of an authentic Nigerian melody for the anthem. He said, on the official instruments and audio rendition, the NOAA will call for entries for the production of an authentic Nigerian melody taking into cognizance the indigenous instruments of the Nigerian people. So maybe we play that, and that will rally the whole of Nigeria together, and we say we want to be one people. What about those who want to break away? What about those in the southeast? Now, what about those in the southwest? And what about those in the middle belt? And what about those in the north who think that, look, everybody is saying we think that we are being marginalized? And then look at the amalgamation treaties that they signed. And then some of the view that, look, those treaties has passed, and therefore we need to go back, because during the writing or passing of those treaties, well, I remember Mr. Olaimi Koiki will talk this passionately about this, that look, they were saying that after a particular period of time, if people want to re-look at it or want to leave, they have the pleasure to do so. But we have people who are saying, look, we think our people are being marginalized. We think that resources are being taken, but our people are not being catered for the way that we were, and therefore we want out. And they say, no. You are in it. Either survive or die. We are all in it together, right? That's what do you call him? David Cameron, the former Prime Minister, did say at the time. But what do you think about all that? This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's take a break. We come back, and I will bring you the other stories making the rounds in other parts of the world. Don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Welcome back to the program, Starr Radio UK. Some other commercials, and then we continue from there. Okay. Now, the Lady to Lady conference takes place on the 15th of June, Saturday, the 15th of June. Yes, event place or venue is Fairfield Theatre Concert Hall. The Croydon, the postcode is CR91DG. Lady to Lady conference. You are invited to our 15th annual Women's Conference 2024. The theme is Clothed in Grace. Now, doors will open exactly at 10 a.m. For further information, please scan the QR code there or go to their website, www.ladytoladyglobal.org. Okay? And you get all the necessary information that you need. Some of the performance are ministers who will be ministering. We have Ada Ehin, yes, a gospel artist, a renowned one, of course. So make sure you are in there. Now, also on the 22nd of June 2024. That is another Saturday. That is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Faith Revival Assembly is presenting Free to Worship, and you'll be hosting Reverend Bruce Gatti, aka Anklato. Those who like all the gospel tunes, especially those from Ghana as well, you will be familiar with him. Also ministering Minister Ken and Churcher, who will be leading those worship time there. Also ministering the FRA choir, that's Faith Revival Choir, Glorious Temple Choir, Resurrection and Living Bread International Ministries as well. So make a date with them. The event is taking place at Broadmead Primary School, 366 Sydenham Road, Croydon. The postcode is CR02EA. The event is being hosted by Reverend and Mrs. Reverend or Lady Reverend Annan. Yes, so make a date with them. Listeners, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's go to some of the other stories making the rounds. As I did say, the program will be brought to a close at 12 o'clock. Okay, so now moving on to other parts of Africa as well. Now, beekeeping is said to be flourishing in Uganda. As a child, my grandmother had beehives in her backyard, and before we started, the only experience I had with honey was eating it from a comb. But well, they're saying that it's booming. So how is government helping to get it out of the country so that we can take it out, export it, and make some money out of it? Or even encourage our citizens to be patronizing that, because we seem not to be patronizing our own product. We want to patronize things from abroad or outside, especially from our advanced countries. But at times you look at the content of ours, it's better, but it's only the packaging. So maybe government have to see to the packaging bit of it. Yeah, all right then. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Now, after the elections, the top officials in South Africa's African National Congress have had initial talks with representatives of 5 other parties over a coalition or an agreement to form a government, but no decision has been made, the ANC said yesterday. Now, South Africa faced an election deadlock after the long-ruling ANC lost its 30-year majority in an election last week, but no party managed to overtake it. The ANC remained the biggest party though. Now, ANC spokesperson Malengi Bengu Motsiri told reporters that there had been exploratory talks with the main opposition Democratic Alliance, the far-left Economic Freedom Fighters, and 3 other smaller parties. She said the ANC had repeatedly reached out to the MK party of former President Jacob Zuma for talks, but there had been no positive response because they actually sacked Zuma from the party. Or did Zuma resign? Now, Zuma is a former ANC leader who has turned his back on the party and become fiercely critical of current President Cyril Ramaphosa, because he is of the view that Ramaphosa should have come to save him when he was being pursued in the courts. Listen to Starr Radio UK. Now, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov had landed in N'Djamena, Chad yesterday. He was wrapping up an African tour which included stops to Guinea, the Republic of Congo, and Burkina Faso. During his working visit, the veteran minister met with Chadian counterpart Abdurrahman Kulamala. Central Africa and Western Africa has been considered as France's sphere of influence for decades. Now, Lavrov emphasized that Russia's relations with Chad are not directed against other countries. I can guarantee you that our friendship with Chad will not affect our relations with France in any way. France has other approaches. It proceeds from the fact that either you are with us or you are against us, he said. Now, Russia, which will mark this year's 60 years of diplomatic ties with Chad, the Federation's outreach to Africa in recent years has contributed to the complexing geopolitical field on the continent. Observers have coined the battle of influence there as Battle for Africa. Now, political analyst Baba Dakono believes the security situation in the Sahel region has prompted changes in the region. The security issues is point of entry for Russia in Africa, which enabled the Russian Federation to gain a foothold in the Central African Republic at the time. In Mali and other Sahelian countries, and the same dynamic in the Democratic Republic of Congo, he said. What's happening today in Eastern Europe is the West. That the West is gaining a foothold in what is considered Russia's preeminent position in Eastern Europe. So the same feeling we're saying in the Sahel is that Russians are gaining foothold in what is considered the West's preeminent position. Lavrov follows the visit by Chadian President Mohamed Deby Itno to Russia last January. But you're looking at all those things, and the issue is you look at them and you see that, well, Russia is at war. Russia is calling for arms. So getting arms from Ukraine, my apologies, I say Ukraine, Iran, getting arms from North Korea and China, giving them all stuff to be fighting this battle. However, they are saying that, you know what, we are going to give you troops. We remember a few months ago when Russia was trying to enlist more youth into, or men into its army, where people were fleeing the country because they didn't want to be part of the war. So if they are coming now to say to those in the Sahel region, especially where countries where they are facing the barrage of terrorism and religious extremism and other sins that you want to talk about, insecurity as a whole, do you think they have to listen to Russia? Because there's an account adage that says, that says that if the naked man says he's going to give you a cloth or a dress, ask or just go back and look at his name. Because the issue is, if he had, why wouldn't he use it? And why is he saying that he's going to be providing you with that? Because they need the manpower, they need all the military recruitment to be able to fight this war and win that war. But what do you think? Well, it's quite interesting. It's all coming away from Starr Radio, okay. But again, if Russia, let's say, genuinely is coming in there and has all the accoutrements or the manpower and everything possible to actually win the war against what they call them, these extremists and terrorists and all stuff that is going on there, what negotiations are the African countries entering into with them? You get it? Because when our leaders are just going on, they are looking at, oh yeah, we're going to get that. I remember a Zimbabwe leader was given a helicopter, not for his personal use, but as a president, because I think they didn't have a helicopter. So Russia donated a helicopter to Mnangagwa administration or Zimbabwe as a whole. Now, what in return are they giving? There isn't anything wrong with giving and taking, no. So there is an exchange. But if somebody is giving me a mobile phone, what am I giving to the person in return? Is it worth it? Or because I'm desperate, I will give my gold to them, a bar of gold to them, because I want to make a call and get a mobile phone. That has been the situation that most African countries find themselves in, because our negotiators go in as if they don't have their heads screwed on. By the time you say Jack, we listen to it, and we say what exactly has taken place. But listeners, this is Starr Radio UK. This is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, on the ambulance issue in Ghana, the majority has hit back at the minority counterpart over claiming some government agencies are entering into multi-year contracts without approval. The NDC MPs recently flagged a number of contracts, including the GRA SML deal and most recently the 5G deal with Infraco as having been entered into without parliamentary approval. True or false? But addressing the media in Parliament, Majority Leader Alexander Fenyon-Makin argued Article 181 of the Constitution, which deals solely with international contracts. According to the Futu MP, the article does not cover multi-year local contracts, contrary to the claims by the NDC MPs. Fenyon-Makin, however, revealed Parliament will meet the Communications Minister, Mrs. Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, over the 5G Infraco deal to better understand the terms of the deal. So we're following very, very closely and see what is going to come out from there. However, Justice Efiase Wasare, the presiding judge in the ongoing ambulance trial, will today deliver 4 separate rulings in application filed by Dr. Kessel Atuforsen and Richard Jakpa. Now, Dr. Aforsen, the current minority leader, and Jakpa, Richard Jakpa, a businessman, are standing trial for willfully causing financial loss of 2.37 million euros to the state through a contract to purchase 200 ambulances for the Ministry of Health, among other charges. On Tuesday, June 4, the trial judge adjourned the case to today, now Thursday, the 6th of June, to deliver her rulings on all 4 separate applications filed by the court. Essentially, the applications are seeking an order to discontinue the trial of the 2 accused persons following allegations against the Attorney General Godfrey Yeboah Dame. Dr. Atuforsen, member of Parliament for Jumakun Enyan Esiam, lawyers led by Dr. Abdul Aziz Bazet Bamba are asking the court for an order of injunction against the Attorney General or his office from further prosecuting their client. He is also seeking a mistrial which is aimed at terminating the proceedings and also a stay of proceedings pending an appeal to challenge the court's earlier decision for them to start cross-examination of Mr. Jakpa, the third accused, before the Attorney General. For his part, Mr. Richard Jakpa is asking the court to strike out the charges against him on the ground that it violates his right to a fair trial. Jakpa's request was also supported by lawyers of the former Deputy Finance Minister, who has filed an affidavit in support of the application filed by Jakpa. Now, they are asking for the charge of causing financial loss to the state leveled against him to be struck out. Now, since then, what has happened to those ambulances? They sat for ages. So I bet you before they were going to be used, they needed to be all serviced. That cost the state some money. Now, if they were buying the necessary gadgets or whatever thing that they thought they needed to go into the vehicles to make it more compliant or more workable, was that the way they had to go? Now, I've been talking about projects that government undertake, and another government comes and say, well, it wasn't properly done, therefore we're not going to be paying a hoot, or we just have to leave it and let it stand as it is. And that seems to be what is happening in most places. But listeners, it's all Starr Radio, okay? The lines are open. You want to hop in, feel free to do so. 0208-133-2257 or 58 is the number. Just hop in and share your take with me. I'll be bringing the program to a close in the next 10 minutes. Now, Myanmar soldiers burned off tattoos. Okay, let me bring you that. At least 50 people were killed by Myanmar soldiers in a raid on a village in Rakhine State last week, says local residents and opposition forces. Now, eyewitnesses told BBC reporters that the village was subjected to 2.5 days of terrors as soldiers blindfolded and beat them up, poured burning petrol on their skin, and forced some of them to drink their urine. They were looking for supporters of the Arakan Army, that is the AA, which has become one of the most effective ethnic fighting forces in Myanmar. Now, 51 people aged between 15 and 70 were violently tortured and killed. The National Unity Government, representing the ousted civilian government, said in a statement, the AA estimated the death toll to be more than 70 people. The ruling military council or junta has denied the accusation, which would amount to one of the worst atrocities committed in 3 years old Myanmar civil war. They asked the men if the AA was in the village. The woman said to the BBC reporter, whatever answer they gave, whether they said AA was there or it wasn't, or didn't know, the soldiers hit them. In just 6 months, the AA has swept through most of Rakhine State, forcing the military to keep retreating. It ended a ceasefire with the army last year and joined ethnic insurgents in other parts of the country in a combined operation aimed at overthrowing the junta, which seized power in February 2021. I saw with my own eyes my husband being taken away in a military vehicle. My son was separated from both of us, and I don't know where he is now. Now, I don't know if my son and my husband are alive or dead. And it's a scary situation for the people of Myanmar. But well, what's happening there. At times we look at stories like that, and because advanced countries think that we're not going to be making anything from them, we just turn a blind eye and things goes on. But what do you think about what is happening? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Just touching on some of the other stories quickly, and then we can bring the program to close. Russian President Vladimir Putin has warned that Moscow could arm countries with a view to attacking Western targets. Now, which countries is he talking about there? Mr. Putin made a statement while criticizing the West's delivery of long-range weapons to Ukraine. Now, several countries, including the United States, have given Ukraine the green light to strike targets inside Russia. Now, such action could lead to very serious problems, Mr. Putin told foreign reporters. If someone thinks it is possible to supply such weapons to a war zone to attack our territory and create problems for us, why don't we have the right to supply weapons of the same class to regions of the world where there will be strikes on sensitive facilities of those countries? The Russian president said. That is, the response can be asymmetric. We will think about it. It did not specify which countries Moscow could supply weapons to. Mr. Putin singled out Germany, which recently told Ukraine it was free to hit targets inside Russia with long-range German weapons. Now, when they say that there will be more missiles which will hit targets on Russian territory, this definitively destroys Russian-German relations, Mr. Putin said. Now, U.S. President Joe Biden has given the Ukraine permission to use American-supplied weapons to strike targets in Russia, but only near the Kharkiv regions. The White House has said Ukraine cannot use long-range ATACMS missiles on Russian soil. Ukraine has used U.S. weapons to strike inside Russia in recent days, a U.S. senator and Western official told the Associated Press. Now, fierce fighting has been raging northeast of Kharkiv since a new Russian push across Ukraine's northern border. Kharkiv, Ukraine's second city, is just 30 kilometers or 80 miles from the border. And this is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Before we come to the substantive news that is making around this morning. Now, Mr. Ross, the Scottish Conservative leader Douglas Ross, is to stand in the general election. Mr. Ross' surprise announcement came after the party effectively deselected David Duguid as a Conservative candidate in Aberdeenshire North and Moray East. Mr. Duguid, who is unwell, was the MP for Banff and Buchan since 2017. Mr. Ross was supposed to be standing down from Westminster at this election to concentrate on his job as MSP ahead of the 2026 Holy Road election campaign. He described the Mr. Duguid as a friend and colleague, and said it was with regret that the party management board decided he could not proceed as the party's candidate. Mr. Ross told a hastily arranged press conference this constituency will be very competitive. I had a hard-fought, close contest between the Scottish Conservatives and the SNP, he said. Lots more going to be coming your way from there. Starr Radio UK, as we running to the tail end of the program. A man has been found guilty of headbutting former Manchester United midfielder Roy Keane during a gratuitous and senseless act of violence. Scott Law, 43, a Waltham Abbey, Essex, attacked the football pundit following Arsenal 3-1 victory over Mr. Keane's former club in September last year. The former Ireland captain had been working for Sky Sport at the Emirates Stadium in North London when he was assaulted. Highbury Corner Magistrate Court head. Now, Law was handed a 3-year football banning order and ordered to complete 80 hours of unpaid work. he was told to pay legal costs of £650 plus a victim charge of £114. Now, the trial head, Mr. King, was headbutted through some doors as he and fellow pundits, Mika Richards, were making their way to broadcast their full-time match analysis. Mr. King told the court he was absolutely not expecting it, while Mr. Richard said he was in disbelief at what he witnessed and felt sorry for Roy, who he described as a friend. So how do you just go? You know, they like drinking and then they lose their senses and they go on that path. But well, it is all coming away from Starr Radio UK to the final story before we go away. Events are taking place in France and the UK to mark the 80th anniversary of the Allied invasion of France. In Normandy, the King talks of the supreme tests of D-Day and the generation that did not flinch when the moment came to face the test. Now, 5 years ago, 225 British veterans traveled to Normandy for commemoration. This year, there were only 23. On the 6th of June 1944, tens of thousands of the soldiers landed on 5 beaches in Normandy, northern France. The landings were the start of the campaign to liberate Nazi-occupied northwestern Europe. Well, so we have all the leaders there. Joe Biden is there at the moment. Earlier, the U.S. President and First Lady Jill Biden met World War II veterans at the Normandy American Cemetery in Colleville-sur-Mer. Well. I can see some of them. Earlier, Normandy veteran Ken Hay recited a stanza from the poem For the Fallen by Lawrence Bion, which is known as the Exhortation. It reads, "They shall grow, not old, as we that are left grow old. It shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them." Period of silence then followed to remember those who lost their lives here 80 years ago. And that is where I bring the program to a close for today. And let me say thank you very much for tuning in. Tomorrow I'll be in with the Friday edition of the morning show, and we're bringing you all the other stories that have made the rounds today. But wherever you are, I say have a wonderful day. I cannot go away without bringing you another tune. This one is from Ajabia, another one, and it says, "These are crazy times." Enjoy it, and I'll see you all tomorrow. It's been me, your one and only Archie, saying have a top of the day, and bye-bye for now. Stay safe.
Done it again. Give up now, just get up and go. Tougher situations down me, it's looking like we fit a north and low. But there's plenty time to go. See, these are crazy times, I know. But hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no. The sun will surely come out. We will be alright. We will be alright. Showing how the odds have been against you, but you dare to keep on going. Every day is a blessing, life is for living. You've got this fast and strong, and you bring the fire. Yes, you inspire. You're why I wrote this song. These are crazy times, I know. So hold on with me, just stay. We don't have to let up, no. The sun will surely come out.
Thanks for listening.